This video is about how we can increase our happiness by resetting our brain. This is something I like to do at least 2 times a year, and I'm confident it would be extremely beneficial for you too. Hey, it's Scandinavian Bob here. If you would like to become a warrior in your own life by crushing anxiety, learning smart self-improvement strategies, interesting mental tips and cool biological hacks, then hit the subscribe button right now and let's start with today's video. Okay, so I call this the technology fast, and it's something very powerful. Now, some people might not be able to do this due to work and the need for using technology there, but I'm sure most of you can always find a couple of times a year when you have at least a few days off. If not, well, you should really consider fixing that. So what do I mean by resetting the brain by doing a technology fast? Well, it's a period where I take a few days completely without any technology at all. You can choose the number of days you want to do this, but I recommend doing it for at least 3 days, and if you can go a full week, that's even better. Here are the rules. No TV. No movies, no series and no Netflix. No internet at all, and this includes your smartphone, so absolutely no social media or anything that you need a screen for. You can have your phone turned on for receiving phone calls if there's an emergency or something like that, but you will have your phone in the mode with internet turned off, so it's not connected to the internet. Also, there will be no listening to the radio, no listening to music, and, of course, no video games. So, why would any person in their right mind want to do this? Well, here are the benefits. Yes, during the technology fast, you will probably be bored due to the sudden lack of the normal stimulation. But that's the whole idea. You see, during this time, a few very interesting things happens to your brain. Because it's no longer bombarded with overstimulation from a lot of different sources, the dopamine receptors in the brain will become more sensitive. This means that after the technology fast is done, you will have a higher baseline level of happiness. Why? Well, if your receptors are more sensitive, you will feel more from things that normally give you dopamine. Things like listening to music, eating food, socializing, watching a movie, playing a video game, and so on. So a higher baseline level of happiness is the first benefit, but there's more, because after the fast you have also increased your baseline level of motivation. So now you have more energy and drive to go after things in your life. It's kind of like tuning the engine of a car to run more efficiently. In addition to this, the sudden lack of stimulation will force you to be mindful during your fast. This will significantly reduce your stress and anxiety. So what should you actually do during your technology fast? Well, a good question, and here's what I recommend. Spending time in the nature and be mindful while you do it. Observe the trees, the grass and the flowers. Feel the wind on your skin and just take it all in. Reading books is allowed. Really try to focus on what you are reading. Cooking food and making a good dinner, then eat it slowly and be mindful while you are eating. Focus on how the food tastes and be mindful of the cold water running down your throat when drinking, and so on. Writing or painting is also good to do during your technology fast. Exercising is something you can do. Meditation is one of the best things to do. Hiking and going for long walks is also something I always do. Also, spending time with a friend, and when you do, really try to focus on him or her and be a good listener. Those are things that I personally do during a technology fast. Now remember, you might feel bored because you are not used to the lack of stimulation, but again, this is the whole point of the technology fast. You see, we are getting so numb by the hyper fast pace in today's society and our smartphones, the social media with the constant flow of emails, notifications and extremely potent visual stimulations. And all the social media platforms are built in a way that makes us chase the new and next exciting thing. The social media platforms are so attractive because they work on our dopamine system. And every time you get a new notification, you get a small squirt of dopamine. And this makes you want to keep checking likes, pictures, videos, and so on. For example, how often have you gone on YouTube just to watch something and then ended up spending several hours there because the platform keeps suggesting new related videos for you? Well, this is a very common phenomenon these days, and it's not just YouTube that knows how to take advantage of our dopamine system. Today's technology constantly keep hammering the reward system in our brain on a daily basis, and this makes us more numb and less able to focus. Let me ask you this: do you sometimes find that you have a hard time watching a whole movie without messing around with your phone a bit at the same time? You need those small dopamine squirts. Well, it's normal, but unfortunately, every time we interrupt something just to check our phone, we are literally training our brain to lose focus. So if we keep doing this hundreds of times a day on a regular basis, well, we lose the ability to stay focused on one single task for an extended period of time. Our smartphones are kind of like ADHD machines, creating attention deficit disorders in us. So I'm sure you understand that doing a technology fast and resetting your brain a couple of times a year is something that could be very beneficial for you. Personally, I'm going to do mine in the month of June. When are you going to do yours? Now, some people say they do not have time to do stuff like this. Well, whenever I hear excuses like that, a phrase from a spiritual guru comes to mind, and it goes like this: if you don't have time to meditate for 1 hour every day, you should meditate for 2 hours. I'm not going to explain the meaning of those words, but they ring so true. Alright, that's it for today. If you found this video informative, then please consider sharing it with a friend. And if you would like more videos on how to maximize your life by crushing anxiety, discovering smart self-improvement tips, cool biological hacks, and by optimizing your health, then consider subscribing by pressing the subscribe circle right here. And also press the little bell icon so that you'll get notified when there's a new video coming out. This is Scandinavian Bob signing out. Keep going.